As I left the Sagicor event today, if you guys missed Money Talk series by Sagicor Investments, it was fascinating to me. But, somebody asked me, Terry, how much time do you have between events to learn the information and to prep? And, it was the first time I actually considered the question because I don't have time between events. I have an event every single day, sometimes hours apart, and so at any one time I could be learning 2 to 3 different types of information across different industries, across different countries, different protocols, different salutations, different formats, different platforms. I am processing maybe sometimes 2 to 3 all at once. So to give you an example, this week I have 4 events across 4 different time zones, which means that from last week I had back-to-back meetings for different moderator meetings, speaker meetings, client meetings, because all of the events are happening back to back to back. And so what that means is that you have to manage all of those things, and you have to process and organize and compartmentalize each event. And you have to walk away with your notes, what makes each event very different. And then, of course, how do you introduce and bring something different to each event? And how do you make this particular audience feel across this event? And lastly, what is the look? How do you present yourself for all? You have to process all of those things. And as more events come in and the dates are closer, you have less time to figure and process all of that out. Exciting, yes. Tiring, sometimes rewarding. Absolutely. Whether you want to be a host or not, it goes beyond your talent. Like when it comes to providing a service, you have to be an administrator, client service rep, customer service rep, hand holder, babysitter, consultant. You just have to realize that you have to build a lot of other soft skills that help to make your talent so much richer and to enriching the experience that others have when they're in your space. And most importantly, for persons who want to be hosts, I always tell them that it's not about you. You become the face and the voice of the client and the event, but it's really not about you. And how you treat your production has a huge impact on how well you work together seamlessly. So respect the persons who are working in the background. And lastly, I don't take it for granted. It doesn't matter how long I've been hosting an event. A lot of people think, this is easy for you. After a certain point in time, you can put on a blindfold and just step into an event and you can just wing it. I probably can, and yet still, I don't ever try to do that. I always do my research, and you guys know the kind of research I do, and I try to learn. I actually try to walk away not just reading from an agenda, but actually learning more about the client and what the client does. And you'd be surprised to know that when you take the time to actually assimilate information, you're not just scanning, but you are assimilating. You would be surprised to know that you always have need for that information in another event. It is amazing that you can draw on so many different experiences and references, all because you took the time to assimilate.